Hello guys and welcome back to the video by me, PajaZ, and today I'm going to give you guys my top 5 best epic variants in Infinite Warfare. And if you have any of these weapons on your account, you should definitely have an advantage on the battlefield. And remember, this is my opinion, so if you do disagree, I would love to see what you think are the best variants or the epic variants in the game in the comment section. So leave them down there if you have any different opinions than me. I would love to see what you guys think. But these 5 that I'm going to show you today are definitely some bangers, some extremely strong, powerful weapons in this game that I really recommend you guys to even try to craft or get through the supply drops. Some of them you can craft, other one of them you have to only get through supply drops, unfortunately. And some of them I don't even have myself, so I have to borrow a subscriber's account that has all the weapons in the game. It's insane. And I want to give him a shout out. His name is Bud Morgan. His Twitter will be right here on the screen if you want to go ahead and give him some love. Thank you so much for allowing me to borrow your account, bro. I really appreciate that. So let's get into the top 5, starting off with number 5. And on the number 5 spot, we have the epic variant of the RPR called Ripper, which is a returning weapon from Call of Duty Ghost. And we have 2 perks here. We have Reckless and we have Focus. And Reckless is basically increased fire rate. Focus is reduced idle sway while aiming down sight, which means when you're aiming in this weapon, you will not have the weapon moving too much around. You can see my attachment and perks there as well. The reason why I like to rock with laser sight on this weapon is to increase the hipfire spread, because this weapon shoots like a machine. The fire rate is insane. And it has 2 modes. You can have it in submachine gun mode and also assault rifle mode. You will see me switching through these clips right here. And if you want to switch to the assault rifle mode, all you need to do is to hold in triangle and you will then switch over. You will get a different sight, as you can see right here. And when you do switch it over to assault rifle mode, you will experience that the fire rate will decrease, but at the same time your damage per bullet will also be increased. So this is a weapon that you can use in any kind of situation. If they are up close, you can just hip fire with an insane rate of fire. If they come to medium to long range, switch over to the assault rifle mode and you will have a more accurate and more dangerous shot. So this weapon is just all around a really good weapon, and it definitely deserves the number 5 spot in the top 5 epic variants in this game. So if you haven't had this weapon yet, you can craft it for 4,000 salvage, and I definitely do recommend to do that. And on the number 4 spot, we have the epic variant of the Mauler called Mammoth, and you have 2 perks on this weapon as well. First of all, we have Heavy Hitter, which allows you to have double the damage, but it will cost you slower fire rate, ADS, and move speed. You also have Sharpshooter, which allows you to have increased damage range, which will also stack with Rifle Barrel, but I don't think that's needed. You also saw my attachments and perks there, and this weapon is just extremely strong, as you can see in the footage right here. And even though it fires slower, it kills in 2 bullets, which is just insane. So by only having to hit 2 shots, you can melt anyone in whatever kind of situation in this game. Close range, medium range to long range, it doesn't matter. Your only very important factor with this weapon is to be as accurate as possible. So if you are an accurate player, this is definitely the weapon for you. You can melt up to multiple people very quickly if you hit those shots right away. And as you can see in this clip, I am melting people. Regardless where you hit them, you will kill in 2 shots. And this weapon is just all around a really strong weapon. And I haven't tried this before very recently, and I was very surprised over how fast this gun kills and how overpowered it actually can be. And you can very easily obtain this weapon by crafting it for 4,000 salvage in the prototype lab. So if you do really want your hands on this weapon, you can just save up your salvage and you should be good to go. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my number 4 spot of the epic variants in Infinite Warfare, the Mauler Mammoth. Definitely a strong weapon that you have to give a go. It took me a long time to actually try it out, but it's insane. So go out there and try it. You will not regret it whatsoever. So on the number 3 spot, we have the epic variant of the Wreck called Wrecked, and we also have 2 perks on this one as well. First of all, we have Breakpoint and also Stockpile. Breakpoint makes this into a full automatic weapon, because the base variant of the Wreck is usually a burst gun, and we also have Stockpile, which increased the ammo capacity. And the reason I have this on my number 3 spot is because it's a very strong weapon, and I can easily compare it to the Man of War from Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which was definitely one of my favorites in that game. And it kills really frequently fast. It's a 3-shot kill usually, and the fire rate is not that bad. And I must say that I think this weapon is a lot better than the base variant. I am not a big fan of burst weapons in general though, and that's probably why I really like this weapon. And I really missed, as I said earlier, a variant that can come close to the Man of War. And this is definitely it. So go ahead and try this weapon out. So if you don't already have this weapon, you can easily craft it for 4,000 salvage. So if you do have a common, rare, and a legendary variant of this weapon already, you can easily craft the epic variant Wrecked for 4,000 salvage, as I said. So there you go, guys. That was my number 3 spot for the epic variants of Infinite Warfare. We're getting close to the number 1 right now. The weapon I believe is the best epic variant in this game. But before we do that, we need to take a look at number 2. And that's number 2 spot. We have the epic variant from the remake from Modern Warfare 2, the M2187. And this epic variant is called Salvo, and we have 2 perks on this one as well. We have Tri-Barrel and Haste. Tri-Barrel is basically additional barrels allows for higher damage output at the greater damage. And we also have Haste, which is a slightly increased movement speed. And as you can see, we're using a Kimbo on this bad boy because that is obviously the best way to go. And if you also add laser sight and rifled barrel, you will at the same time be more accurate and also be able to shoot people from further ranges. And this weapon is a monster up close to medium range. There is absolutely no way that the enemies can stop you. As you see in these clips, if you don't kill with the first one, fire both of them. You can alternate them or fire them at the same time, and your enemies will drop right in front of you. And it reloads or cock back very fast as well, so you will be able to fire off additional shots if you don't kill your target. And to be honest with you guys, these are probably the most powerful weapons out there at the moment, and also the easiest ones to use. You don't even have to aim with these weapons. You can just run around, and if you also add gun ho to your class, you will be able to just run around and kill people as easy as possible. And I must say, I hate these variants. They're so easy to use, and everybody melts me, especially in free-for-all on maps like this. So if you do want to melt your enemies easily, and especially on Frontier, Frost, and smaller maps, these are the guns to choose. But now we're gonna go over to the number 1 spot, the best epic variant in my opinion in Infinite Warfare. So here we go. And as a lot of you probably knew, the number 1 spot goes to the DPR Yokai. And the perks on this weapon is just insane. First, we have Assassin build, and we also have Creeper. Assassin build is basically integrated silencer that also prevents revealing of victims' death locations. So if you play Team Deathmatch and you kill an enemy, your enemies will not see where their teammate died from. And at the same time, this weapon already has an integrated silencer, which means that you don't even have to use one of your attachments to have that on. So you can use the class setup I have, Quick Draw, Grip, Extended Mag, and rifled barrel, and you have the silencer for free. And this is just a super lethal weapon. The base variant is really good as well, but with these additional perks, you will just be a monster on the battlefield. And as I said, we had 2 perks, and the other one was called Creeper, and that is basically increased movement speed while being crouched, and that is not that beneficial whatsoever, but at least we have the first one, Assassin build, which is more than enough for what this weapon needs. So even though the second perk is not that good, the first Assassin build with silencer and also being able to not being shown up when you kill somebody is just way too good. And of course, as I said, this weapon is good enough as it already is, but with these additional perks, I would find this to be the absolute best epic variant in this game. So there you have it, guys. That is my top 5 pick for the epic variants. What are yours? Let me know in the comment section, and I do hope you did enjoy this video. And as I also want to mention, these 2 weapons, the last 2 I showed you, the Salvo and the VPR, you can only unlock them through supply drops, unfortunately. I know it's a shame, but of course the best weapons has to be paid to win, if you want to call it that. Alright guys, that was my best top 5 pick for the epic variants in Infinite Warfare, and I just want you guys to understand that there are some other really good variants out there, but the reason I haven't chosen them, for example with the K-Bar, which is probably one of the best weapons in the game, the epic variant doesn't change the base variant enough that I think it's a good epic variant. So I've basically chosen the best epics that I feel like change the base variant the most and make them even better. So that's why I picked these 5. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you did enjoy today's video, leave a like. If you want more content from me, subscribe, and if you always want to know what goes down on the channel, hit that notification button. And if you want to know even more what's going on, updates all around my life, hit me up on Twitter or follow me there. It's down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. It's all about friendship over here. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in another video. My name is PajaZ, and I'm out.